Hi, my name is Sara. I'm an actress, a writer, director, multi-artist, musician, and I've been working for, I don't know, over 20 years. Okay, when I was a kid, I was only like watching probably mostly the ads, and I was looking at those people doing all those kind of movement and things, and I just wanted to do imitation actually, and I was like walking around my house and doing the same thing as them and just trying to have fun and embody different characters. So I guess it started like that, and later when I was in high school, somebody told me about theater, and then I was like, what? Okay, I want to try this. And there was a well-known actor in Quebec. He's Guy Jodoin. He came at our school, so it opened something in my mind, and I was like, that's what I want to do. So I went to school in Saint-Hyacinthe to be trained as an actress. And then when I moved to Montreal, there's so many actors, and I couldn't like live from it. So I started doing many other things. So as I was working in theaters and also in TVs or films, I began to observe like the other side. So the person that was doing the lights and the other person that was doing this and that. And actually, I was interested in that as well. And it started like broadening my mind about like all those fields that came around an actor. And I really liked it. So with the years, I saw many shows, I did many shows. And one day, I guess it was like this. I became a writer. But then when you're an actor and you write, of course, you want to see like what you wrote become reality. So at one point I was like, let's try directing actually. And I just loved it. I really loved being on set on the other side and to play with actors to bring them where I wanted to bring them. And yeah, I guess now all these fields are in me, and I just love them all. The first draft, I wrote it 10 years ago. It was for me kind of a karate kid. I wrote that because I walked in a park and I saw that it's not a monastery, but it was this kind of outdoor places you could walk around, and I just imagine like a monk walking and someone running after the monk for finding answers about her life. So I wrote that story, but it ended up like staying on my disk drive. But this year it came back very strongly within, and I decided to bring it back to life. I rewrote it, add like my own experience, because this film is not totally autobiographic, but a little bit. It's kind of many parts of my life mixed together with some stuff I wanted to talk about. And so I brought back that idea, and I thought I would need to be the principal, like the main character. So I was like, okay, I will need to find a director and to put up a whole team. But it was like, it was there. And I moved to Quebec City lately, like just 4 years ago. So I don't know people around here. I have to find again like my crew. And so I just kind of pray, and I was like, okay, I want to find a crew to do this film. And I didn't have a lot of budget. So yeah, I just hoped it would happen and that it would be really neat, because I wanted to have a nice film, not just like a video. And so it all slowly came together. I was an extra on a set. And then that camera guy just came and gave me his card, and he was like, hey, you know, I have contacts, I do many things, I do this and that. If you wish to work with me, just have questions, don't hesitate to write to me. And he was really kind, and it was just like appearing like that in my life. It's Alexandre Bellemare. And so I was like, okay, thank you. And so when I was ready, maybe a month later, I just decided to call him. He had this, it was wonderful. Mel Studio decided to help us. I found a really nice monastery, and it was perfect as well. You will see the quality of the images are beautiful because of the set as well. It was like maybe 5 days prior the shooting. Everything was set, everything was supposed to go well. And then my director from France, my friend, she told me, Sarah, I cannot come. And I was like we have all these person, maybe we were 10 or 15, I don't know, I didn't count. They were all ready, and so I was like, okay, I need to find a director or an assistant. So I just did all those research, and everything came together. And I was like, okay, after all these calls, I will have to be the director because it's my vision. There's no much time to like pass this to another person. So I just found a really sweet assistant, and I explained everything to her, and she was there to help because it's a good challenge to direct and to play at the same time. So, but it was, in the end, it was wonderful. Like I never had such an experience as an actress or as a director or on set. The story of a woman. She used to be like going to a school of music, dance, and meditation, but she kind of retreat from there, if I can say so. So she's been kind of working hard and having all these fights and trying to change the world, but like with kind of deceptions and hatred. And at one point, the film starts like this. She is in a manifestation, and his best friend get killed. So it kind of shakes her world, and she just like, oh my God, what's life? What's meaning? What? And she just decide to run, and she run until she arrives in that school, that meditation and art school. So she runs into that, and then she will meet old friends, and then they will like listen to her, give her advices, and then she will end up going in a meditation class to refocus on herself. It's an ancestral meditation that was kind of practiced in secret before and for a long time ago. But in 1992, it's Li Hongzhi who brought this practice to the world. So it's a meditation with 5 really soft exercises. Anyone can do it. It really brings like a lot of energy and calm. I just love it. And it's a kind of Qigong, a high-level Qigong actually. And when I discovered that meditation, I was just like, oh my God, that's wonderful. It was better of anything I had tried in the past. So I really, I stopped doing the other things and I decided to focus on that. So it's a part of my life. Lately, when I rewrote the script, I was like, okay, let's do Falun Dafa meditation in the class. And it's a meditation that is based on only 3 principles, which are truthfulness, compassion, forbearance. So of course I talk a little bit of those 3 values or principles in the film as well. So because I think it could change the world actually. Yeah. For me, this film, it's about two things, but that finally mixed together. As I told you before, it's a little bit autobiographic. It's hard to say. When I was a kid, I was really much into manifestation and in committees, and I worked for many organisms. So it's one part of me, of course. And I think we are alive to evolve and to, of course, change the world. So it's still in me. But all this hatred it brought to me back then, to be in those organisms and to always trying to fight something or being in a judgmental state, that part, it wasn't not good for me. I think it was bringing me maybe not more bad sides than good sides, but in the end I realized that there was something not organic. There was something that needed to change. And so that's a part I wanted to talk with the audience. I want to open a discussion about this. Like, how do we do this? And is it good to do it this way? I'm not like putting I don't want to say it's good or bad. No, but it's just to open a conversation. And the other side, it's about meditation, because in the end I realized that more and more I do meditation, more and more I'm calming myself and opening my mind to other fields. What is great about that film is because I had it inside of me since a long time. So I knew the character, I knew how it would look like, I knew what I wanted. That part, that universe was already in me, and the character is close to my story. So at least that part was done. So I could focus a little bit more on doing the storyboard, finding all this equipment for the day of the shoot, talk with all my the crew and everything. But at one point, and I was lucky for that, because at one point I was like, I will not be able to do this. It's too much. So I was like, okay, what do I need? How can I change this? And so that was I felt that the preparation was very well done. So I could just, on set, I thought I will just be like, okay, let's have fun now. And mostly that's what happened. Of course, the first day when I arrived, I was really stressed out, but I knew my team was perfect. Everybody knew what they would do, and so I could take time for myself, just tell them, oh, this and that and this, and then, okay. A very interesting question that my director of photography asked me. He said, do you want this to be a video or you want this to be a film, like a cinematographic film? And I was like, of course, I want it to be the most wonderful. But he said, yes, if you want this, you have to put more. So I took a loan for the film, and I also did a crowdfund to have a little bit of donations, so I could have a little money for doing my film. So that was one point that was very interesting, because I could have better equipment, and the whole people on set, they were happy to be there because they were a minimum paid. of course, when you do a short film, it's mostly festivals that will like bring them into the world. And so I have associate producer. She will help me to find the right festivals to put it into the world. And as the film, there's a Chinese man in the film. There's also one of the actors. She's Romanian, but she also speaks very well Italian. So we will translate the film and put the subtitles and try to bring the film like everywhere in the world. So that probably will help to make it seen and everything. And then what is a thing that is nice is that lately, or these years, in theaters, in Quebec at least, you can go in a theater and before the feature film, they put a short film, which is very nice. I like this this way of doing. So, of course, I would like to try to bring it in theaters this way as well. Thanks a lot to Cinewoo, who decided to do this interview with me. It's a chance to do this, to put my work out in the great Canada.